Hello everybody, once again this is Fred Wanko coming to you from our studios in Chicago with another edition of Bold Talk on Island TV. And as usual, I'd like to say to you good morning, good afternoon and good evening to you depending on where you are around the world. By the way, have you shared the video? I know you'll forget when you get to the end. Why don't you just go back even before you watch, click, share, go to your contact list and share with people. Remember, you may like the show. You may not even like the show too much. However, the people you share it with may like it way more than you do. And then they'll click and send it. That's how it catches a wave. If you want to help us, please share the video. Watching the video without sharing is tantamount to wasting your time and our time. We appreciate you and we hope you're going to share. Now to the topic today. I called Dangote Nigeria's corporate welfare kid. I know it doesn't sound too complimentary. I honestly actually like Dangote because he creates employment. I also called the Igbos Nigeria's economic engine. There's a reason for that. And immediately people see the title and hear what I'm saying. It's Nigerian to go tribalistic. No, it's not tribalistic. We're trying to bring out some facts about what's going on in Nigeria and how Nigeria is run. It's not about liking Dangote or not liking Dangote. It's about looking at the entire picture of Nigeria and saying what Nigerians like to sweep under the rug. Nigeria's resources are not equitably distributed. And it's not nuclear physics to research what's going on in Nigeria that's unequitable. The reality is that against all odds, that's all I'm trying to say. Against all odds, if you take away the economic impact of Igbos in Nigeria, from Lagos to Abeokuta to Ijebu-Ode to Akure to Port Harcourt to Kano to Kaduna to Maiduguri to Ilorin to Ogbomoso to Ibadan to Uyo to Calabar to think about it. Take away what Igbos bring to those places and you'll see that their economic outlook is not what it is. That's all I'm trying to say. And before you accuse me of tribalism, let me say this. Yorubas can bring the same thing. Fulanis can bring the same thing. Hausas can bring the same thing. Ijos and Edos and Ibibios can bring the same thing. They are not bringing the same thing because they are not comfortable with traveling outside their comfort zone. Igbos are. If you too will travel outside your comfort zone, you can deliver exactly what Igbos are delivering to those places. So this is not a criticism based on tribe. This is just stating facts. That's all I'm trying to say. And by the way, and I don't mean Atoeze, I don't mean the Igbo corporate welfare kids. Because also in Igbo land, you have the corporate welfare kids, the preferred Igbos, who are the ones the cabal used to like to work with. But realistically, when you go to Igbo land, there's really no impact that those Igbo corporate welfare recipients are making in changing the everyday lives of people. I'm talking about the everyday Igbo person that started from rags to riches. The rags to riches Igbo economic contribution and impact in Nigeria is what made Igbos what you're going to find out from a Yoruba social media influencer who did research on the 10 richest tribes in Africa. Among those 10 richest, there are 3 Nigerian tribes: the Hausa Fulani, the Yoruba, and yes, wait and find out who. It's important to note that I only did sound bites briefly on the tribes that are not Nigerian because the focus of this is Dangote relative to other Nigerians and economic impact. So, but on the 3 Nigerian tribes that I mentioned, I let the whole gamut of the discussion run so you could really put it into perspective.
Top 10 richest tribes in Africa, right? We need to make it very clear. It is high time we stated the truth, because the richest black man in Africa is from a particular tribe doesn't make that particular tribe the richest tribe, right? Neither is because a particular tribe has got a commercial city or a hub doesn't make that tribe. So there are quite a few indices and indications of determining the top 10 richest tribes in Africa, and the number 1 will shock you, trust me. So we're going to go from 10 up till 1. So number 10 on the list of the top 10 richest tribes in Africa, Oromo. Oromo is a tribe in Ethiopia, or Ethiopia, depending on your phonetic capacity. Then number 9 is Xhosa. Xhosa is a tribe in South Africa. Xhosa is a tribe in South Africa. Number 8, El Molo. El Molo from Kenya is the 8th richest tribe in Africa. El Molo from Kenya. Number 7. The number 7 is very popular. I'm sure most of you would know this. The Ashanti of Ghana. Ashanti of Ghana is the 7th richest or wealthiest. Zuri of Ethiopia is number 6. Zuri of Ethiopia is number 6. The Zuri tribe of Ethiopia owes his wealth to his land. Then number 5, the 5th richest tribe in Africa, and that is the first stop at Nigeria, and it is Hausa. The Hausa people of Nigeria, they are the 5th richest tribe in Africa. He said the Hausa tribe is well known for their commercial spirit and business acumen. Centuries-old markets such as the Kanu Kumi market, standing as bustling hubs where goods from across the region are exchanged. From cultivation of staple crops like millet and sorghum to the nurturing of cash crops such as groundnuts and cotton, the Hausa people have sustained themselves while actively participating in regional and international trade. The Hausa's artistic expression, including leatherwork, textiles, and metal artworks. The Hausa people of Nigeria, very rich, very rich. And that's the tribe that hosts the richest black man on earth. That's the richest man in Africa. So again, that is huge. And several other Nigerians who are in the top flight of wealthy billionaires are from this particular tribe. Now let's go on. Then we'll go to number 4. And then number 4 will take us to South Africa. And again, the second tribe in South Africa being mentioned in this top 10. And it is Pedi. The Pedi clan of South Africa. The third, we are getting to the high point. What the Englishman calls the climax. The third richest tribe in Africa. Zulu of South Africa sits on this very exalted position of the third richest tribe in Africa. Number 2, and this is huge. Number 2, Yoruba Nigeria. The Yoruba people of Nigeria are the second richest tribe in Africa. Now listen, widely known for its colorful festivals and ancient traditions, this is a community that has mastered the delicate dance of economic prosperity. Originally, the Yoruba people were adept traders and merchants. Their geographical location supported their commercial activities. Situated at the crossroad of key trade routes or routes, cities like Ile-Ife and Oyo became economic hubs, showcasing the Yoruba knack for trade and the accumulation of wealth through commerce. Before the onset of modernization, and even now, agriculture with its emphasis on crops like cassava, yams, cocoa has been a source of sustenance and financial wealth to the Yoruba tribe. The agricultural activities not only feed the community but also contribute significantly to the region's economic prosperity. The artistic expressions of Adire textile production and the intricate bronze casting of Ife are also lucrative industries in the Yoruba tribe. Adire are textile materials soaked in dye to produce vibrantly designed materials. These endeavors display an admirable tendency to turn creativity into financial gain. Diversity is synonymous with the southwestern tribe of Nigeria, and even their wealth attests to it. The embrace of modern ventures, from technology startups to diverse business enterprise, reflect an adaptability that ensures the continuity of financial wealth. The Yoruba tribe navigates the currents of change, integrating traditional wisdom with contemporary opportunities. The Yoruba tribe, you see, heavily written and well orchestrated. I can't agree less. Now, number 1, and this will be called the first or the number 1 richest tribe in the whole of Africa. Listen, no, not Nigeria, but Africa. The vibrant Igbo tribe, renowned for their rich cultural heritage, is the wealthiest tribe in Africa. The Igbo people are celebrated for their entrepreneurial spirit, and it has been the driving force behind their financial prosperity. From small-scale local businesses to international trade networks, the Igbo have demonstrated a remarkable ability to create and sustain economic ventures. A significant aspect of the Igbo wealth is their historical involvement in trade and commerce. Cities like Aba are manufacturing sites, while markets like the Onitsha main market serve as vibrant hubs where goods and services flow, contributing to the overall economic vitality of the tribe. Furthermore, the mentorship system, popularly called Boy Boy, helps the clan groom and establish young men. Another admirable trait that has helped the Igbo people is their remarkable ability to adapt to the changing economy. This adaptability, coupled with a culture of innovation, positions them to seize new opportunities and navigate challenges in an ever-evolving global economy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Igbo tribe of Nigeria as the richest tribe in Africa. For now, congratulations to all of you Igbo brothers and sisters for being the richest tribe in Africa. And of course, this is very evident in the system of training and grooming people into becoming millionaires and billionaires, the case may be. And I urge all other tribes, this is not a test of tribal strength, is not to divide us, to make us know what we can learn from other people and put away what is not necessary.
That brings me to why I refer to Dangote as Nigeria's corporate welfare kid. The reality is that any Nigerian who has a corporate mind that you put in Dangote's shoes will do what Dangote is doing. It doesn't minimize Dangote's impact as a business person, but I'm saying that Dangote's best is really not shown as a corporate kid because he doesn't have the drive that the rags to riches Igbo man does. That's all I'm trying to say. Don't read tribe into it. The Ibetos of Igbo land were crushed because of government's preference for Dangote's cement and his rice and everything else he brings to Nigeria as a monopoly. There is no Igbo monopoly, but Ibeto was killing it in the cement industry in Nigeria before the federal government eased him out and gave an open ticket to Dangote to become the cement man in Nigeria. Open up that cement business and let's compete openly and see what Ibeto and Ibetos of Yoruba land or even Fulani land or Edo land will do to Dangote. Dangote is not the best cement dealer in Nigeria or manufacturer. He became because they gave him a monopoly. Dangote is not the best rice manufacturer or distributor in Nigeria. He became because government gave him monopoly. Dangote is not the best person to run the oil refinery in Nigeria. He became because government gave him the unfair advantage. Take those advantages and give to Innocent Motors. If Innocent Motors was a Fulani man, he'll be global. He could compete with Tesla. I'm sorry I mentioned names, but I'm just trying to tell you that we need to be fair. And I'm trying to tell Nigerians, take it out. Take your cap out for Igbos. Those people survive against all odds. And it's time for them to be given an opportunity to lift Nigeria because they have what it takes. And they haven't played a role because for some reason, the cabal that runs Nigeria would like to keep Igbos down and not give them an opportunity to shine. But there is a song that Osita Osadebe made in the 70s. I wouldn't play it here because of copyright and I don't want it to affect my YouTube viewership, but I'll sing it. That song sings something like, Anebu anebu, adebu anebu, anebu gwebu, adebu gwebu. And he was singing for Nri people of Igbo land and their achievements in Igbo land. And that's where Igbos in Nigeria belong. Nigerians, that song translates to Anebu means you cannot lift the ground. Adebu gwebu means that you cannot lift a mountain. It's standing tall. And it doesn't matter how jealous you are, you can't move it. Igbos are Nigerians. Igbos are supremely entrepreneurial. I'm pleading to Nigeria to allow Igbos to breathe. When Igbos breathe, their breath will also move Nigeria forward. And when you hold Igbos down, you hold yourself down. There is a proverb in Igbo, and I'm sure other tribes may have something similar that says that na nwatakịrị si na mama ya agaghị arahụ ụra, ya nwa agaghị arahụ ụra. It means that when you say that when a little infant keeps crying and crying and won't let the mom sleep, while the mom is not sleeping, the infant is not sleeping. Nigeria, while you try to sabotage and hold down Igbos, you're sabotaging and holding down Nigeria. It's not much more I can say. 0, 0, 0,
Sokoto, Ujembe Mwilo, Anusolo Mwana Fianara,
When I share my videos, I always plead with you to inbox me in the video, not privately, and share your comments with me. One of my viewers was concerned about the section in my last video where I talked about Lagos Yoruba bigots with the empowerment of Tinubu and Governor Sanwo-Olu, who go out burning Igbo stalls in the markets and knocking down Igbo homes they claim were built illegally, and stopping Igbos from voting, or anybody who looks Igbo, killing Igbos, maiming Igbos. And I suggested that it comes a time when you have to fight fire for fire. And I mean that. With that said, let me take back my suggestion that it may be time to privately hire arsonists when they go down and burn Igbo stalls, to send out those arsonists that are paid for. By the way, the arsonists are Agberos in Lagos who are also Yorubas. They work for the highest bidder. Pay them to go burn down buildings in the Lagos Secretariat. Pay them to go burn down the buildings owned by the people who are overtly or covertly sending them to burn down Igbo stalls and knock down Igbo homes. I would like to withdraw that statement. I know that it's harsh and it instigates things that may turn violent. I don't advocate violence, but I'm also human and I'm also Igbo. With my apology, which is heartfelt, I hope that any Yoruba person who was watching that would also honestly ask themselves, why would Fred go that far? And also put themselves in an Igbo person's shoes. If you're defenseless And since 1967, and lately since Tinubu became part of this cabal in Nigeria that is divide and conquer, the escalation of violence against Igbos, or let me even expand it, the violence against people in Benue and Plateau and southern Kaduna. If you're defenseless and government keeps coming after you covertly, are you just going to sit there and take it? Or are you going to do what it takes to fight fire for fire? Tinubu has a responsibility. Tinubu stole an election and moved into Asha Rock. If Tinubu is a smart person, Tinubu needs to replace his advisory council. They are leading him wrong. They are advising him wrong. He's not the first person that has stolen an election in Nigeria. He may be the first person that has stolen an election and has done nothing to normalize Nigeria and start winning converts to support him. There is not a single person who voted against Tinubu in the last election that will not continue to fight to make sure Tinubu is not president. If Tinubu wants to have a successful presidency and have a successful run at re-election, he needs to start doing what it takes to win some converts from the people who voted against him. That's what a good politician does. That's what a good president does. Tinubu is not the president of Yoruba bigots. Tinubu is the president of all Nigerians, including Yoruba progressives that voted against him. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Fred Wanko coming to you from our studios in Chicago with another edition of Bold Talk on Island TV. And until next time, good night and God bless.
Ulaga doni piasugo, nazaboy. Ulaga doni piasugo, abamba wilo chilo, biko rafuzoro, anabazi. Eku kampune kene, omogo ninso. Chukwe mekalumo, ike chukwu negaje. Esi nwanne m ekene dị ịlapụlụ ife niile na-eme wee bịa nke gosili na anyị na gị bụ nwanne wisdom ga-adị ka nye gị maịkị ka ogobanya bụ egwu isili maxi ọ bụ na-etiri egwu a malụkwa malụ n'imego m ife ọjọọ wee sị gị nwanne m ife ọkụ na ịchọlụ na ngeme wisdom onume ekene gị agbamanwụ iyo iyo biko lapụ nabasị ya zoro 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 zoro
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Fred Wanko coming to you from our studios in Chicago with another edition of Bold Talk on Island TV. and I plead with you to subscribe to my channel and share.